Man, you know what it is. Today on Bruh Migos podcast, me and Rob about to give y'all 2024 predictions of all of the champions across the sports world that we're predicting. And we got to talk about how the Broncos just buck Russell Wilson right on the bottom of the saddle. And RIP the Pop Tarts mascot. You know how we do it. Coming to you now, Bruh Migos podcast.
If you're a diehard sports fan or sports fanatic, then this is the place you want to be. You're now listening to the Bra Migos podcast, the best place for all sports everything. So pull up and let's go.
Yeah, bro. Now, let's go ahead, Rob. Let's get right into it, bro. Let's get right into it. We're going to start giving y'all our predictions. This is how we're going to end 2023. We're going to give y'all all of our 2024 predictions starting NFL. Rob, who you got winning the chip, bro?
Yeah, what's good, America? We know everything, and so we telling y'all who are going to basically be the champions by the time this time next year. Who are going to be all the champions that basically are going to be there by the end of 2024, going into 2025. And so my NFL, my Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they are going to be this upcoming in February. This February, they're going to be the Super Bowl champs. And here's why. I think that they are the toughest team. I think they are the team that basically has the most talent on offense. I think that they're great on defense still. You know, Jalen Carter probably going to possibly win Defensive Rookie of the Year. They got everything going for them right now. I mean, Jalen Hurts is still killing it. AJ Brown's still killing it. Like, I think that they're going to end up being, even though people like, oh, the tush push is this, tush push is that. Like, I think they're going to be the NFL champions. I think they're going to be the Super Bowl champions come February. Who you got, though, bro?
Respectable pick. I got the Ravens. I'm going to tell you why. I've been thinking long and hard on this, and I feel like the obvious choice would be the Eagles. So why not go with the other bird and let that be the word over there? Because for some reason, I feel like Lamar is playing really good right now. I feel like they're heating up. They're starting to go in at the right time right now. And I feel like that always spells a good chance at making a deep run at this. And if he was to win the Super Bowl right now, you're going to have Baltimore on fire. Okay. I feel like that's going to be my pick for the NFL because, we love National Football League right now. You give us something to do on Sundays. You really do. Next, NBA. Who you looking at, Rob?
So, I think there's going to be back-to-back NBA champions for the first time in a good little minute. And that's going to be the Denver Nuggets. I still think that they're a great team, even though they lost Bruce Brown. You know, they still got the other Christian Brown that basically is on the team. They got, they still got Jokic. They still got Murray, Michael MPJ, like whose pops at least is from St. Louis. But, still St. Louis affiliated. But they got a nice ass squad, still basically gonna be good, still gonna be contending. And I think that the West, I think granted, most of the NBA is still trying to figure its legs out with how much turnover there was with each team. But with them being basically consistently where they were, now I think that they're the team to beat. I think they're gonna be that, team that's gonna make it to the finals and play probably the Bucks. And basically, I think that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah. So, as bad as I wanted to agree with you on this, because I love me some goddamn Jokic, okay? I love the big Serbian triple-double machine over there. I'm going with the Celtics. Only because I feel like one of the big teams is due for a championship. It's not gonna be the Lakers. I don't see them
Mm,
winning. Okay. Anthony Davis is a flash in the pan here and there. LeBron may still be LeBron, but he's showing elderliness time to time at night. Okay.
here and there.
We all know Father Time is undefeated. I
Mm,
don't see Miami making a push again. Sorry, Pat Riley. And Giannis, I don't know what's going on with him and Dame. I can't put my finger on it. But I feel like out of all of that, even though Joel Embiid is balling, I think the Celtics know that they got to make a push this year and make it to the finals. And I think this is their year to steal a championship. And then, spoiler alert, just ahead of time. Then I think the Nuggets might win another one.
mm.
But I got the Celtics coming out in the NBA. I wanted to call Nuggets back to back, but damn, I I don't know. It's so hard to go back to back. It's so hard to
Yeah,
go back to back.
yeah.
Now,
And I was thinking that because like you always have injuries. That's for every
yes,
sport, everything. But and like Boston is really good.
yes,
Milwaukee's really good. Philly, once Embiid gets back healthy and like they really get going, they're gonna be a good team to beat. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. The Lakers are gonna be like if they really can kind of like catch some fire. Even with LeBron aging, like all players, he's still in his 21st year and he's still one of the best
yeah,
players in the league. And like, yeah, there's a lot, and even the Suns can
yeah.
actually get
KD
fucking
been
healthy
balling, bro. If they can
together.
get it together, it's a thing. Look, the NBA has one of the biggest landscapes of it's a bunch of guns out there, and it's all about
Mhm.
who's gonna hit shots right now. It's
Yep.
all about who's gonna hit shots right now. And I'm looking at the landscape and I'm like, okay, I feel like it's gonna be like maybe probably a Nuggets Celtics finals, and the Celtics finally get one over.
Mm,
Now, it could be a lot of different things could go on because injuries are such a big, they play such a huge role. And like you said, Phoenix is suffering. Phoenix, KD, awesome triple double the other night when he went 27, 10, and 16 with 16 assists. I was like, God, dog, like they just need to run the offense through you and let you dot people.
right.
But it's one of these things where I'm picking the Celtics. I feel like that's who's going to win the championship this year. I feel like that's going to be the next one up. And then I feel like Jokic is going to come back in there and he's going to assert his dominance again and get things rolling. Now, MLB, I see that we both agreed on this one.
Hmm.
Okay? This is going to tickle a certain person's fancy out there who knows both of us.
Hmm.
And he's going to be happy to see that we're picking his Atlanta Braves.
Fucking Visky. You are lucky, sir. You are very lucky that
Lucky.
I'm still, riding with your team. Very lucky. Very, very lucky, sir. Like it pains my heart to say that the World Series champion is going to be the Atlanta Braves. Want to know why? Because I hate them. If you go back in our archives and see my hate, my despisement for that fucking team, I don't like them. I don't. I really don't. Have hated them since I was a kid. My first baseball memory is them fucking my Cardinals over. Fuck them. But but stuff. This team is great. Like this team is absolutely great. They're returning basically all of their top players: Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzy Albies. Uh, they just trade away Grissom, who's actually gonna be nice for the Red Sox this year. Vaughn Grissom's gonna be that. Pick him up in fantasy. Like he's gonna be nice this year.
Trust us.
But got him for Chris Sale. So like this team is going to be nice this year, and I see them basically make it out of National League, even though everybody went Google for Coco stuff. for the Dodgers and their moves that they made, I still think that basically the Braves are a better, more solid team all around. That lineup is still great. That rotation is still gonna be nice, especially they get Soroka. I can't remember who's Tommy John and who wasn't, but like if say they can return a combination of Strider, Soroka, Kyle Wright, and uh Charlie Morton.
Yeah.
Some kind of combination of that. Even if you don't have Chris Sale, because I think Chris Sale is going to go to the bullpen. Even if you don't have him in the rotation, I think that that's a nice ass rotation, and that's going to be something that deal with like for anybody. Even if it's the Phillies who gets hot, but is not as much of a all around good team as I would say the Braves are. Like it's still to where like I think that team Braves is gonna make it out of the National League, and it's not a ton of people on the other side. The Rays are now they're dealing with a lot. If you guys have been watching the news and seeing what's been going on with Wanda Franco,
Hmm. Hmm.
the Orioles I think are gonna be still slamming, but it's like they still got a ways to go, even though they still got a lot that they haven't used as far as within the minors. Like it's still gonna be the Braves to lose, as far as the Braves league to lose, essentially. Um, but yeah, I got the Braves, bro.
Look, I'm writing redemption tour for y'all. Okay, you getting your bullpen back. This is your chance to show us that you're gonna go win 100 games. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
get that first round bye, and then walk yourselves into a World Series championship. Screw the pooch last time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Even though it made for a wonderful Texas showdown, it made for an absolute banger of a Texas showdown on one side of the break.
Yep.
Y'all was supposed to walk in there, and y'all was supposed to win. Okay, y'all got the bats, y'all have the pitchers, y'all have the fielding capability. Okay, it's a lot of stuff that you guys have going in your favor. But I'm writing redemption tour. This time we don't mess up. We do things the right way, and we win this. Visky, I know that you're gonna listen and you're gonna be like, they picked my team. Look,
Lucky bastard.
just look. We put our biases to the side. And we're being
Had
very
to.
objective.
Objective.
Atlanta is the team. I'm telling you, I feel like this is their redemption tour. This is their redemption tour. They're gonna win this. As far as hockey, I see you picking the Blues.
Big hockey guys. We know Stanley Cup and shit. All right. And yes, I am picking the Blues, the St. Louis Blues, 314 stand up. You know, like that's who I am going with. And yes, I can absolutely name more than one blue. I can. I can. I I will show you without doing anything else how many St. Louis Blues I can name. And I know you're skeptic as you're looking at me on YouTube, and I'm basically saying nay to they, because I can say, hey, Jordan Binghamton, who was a part of our Stanley Cup team, he was our goalie then. And I can say Torrey Krug, you also are basically are a player on the Blues. And then Jake Neighbors, I can pronounce that. Justin Falk, it's good to have another Falk in St. Louis. Um uh Marco Scandella. See, another blue. I can name people that are on the St. Louis Blues, and I can tell you that they are going to be hoisting Lord Stanley's Cup come June. That's because that's when the Stanley Cup happens. So there, people that naysay and think that I don't watch hockey, I watch hockey a lot. And I just told you how many St. Louis Blues, or I told you a 5 St. Louis Blues. All right. So there, in your face. Take it away, Nate.
Okay, I'm picking the Dallas Stars. Okay, Jason Robinson, Roof Hintz. I got you guys. I kind of dabble a little bit here and there, only because NHL Blitz was one of my favorite hockey
Mm,
games ever. So I still
mm-hmm.
pay attention to hockey here and there. Tyler Seguin, I've been looking at them. I feel like that's going to be the next team up in the NHL. I feel like they're well put together. You got some people who can go get you goals. Your goalies are solid. I feel like that's going to be my pick going in for hockey. That's
Mm.
just the one that I got going right now. It
That's fair.
feels right. It feels right. Now,
I mean, debatable.
debatable, debatable. Now, wrestling. Something
Wrestling.
that we both have. So, Rob, I want you to elaborate a little bit on your picks. Go ahead and let them know
Okay.
who you picking for WWE Men's Champion and Women's Champion.
All right. All right. So on our sheet, we wrote down all these predictions. We didn't come off the top of our heads. It's new to y'all, but ain't new to us.
Mm-hmm.
But so for the men's champions, I said champions because WWE has the Universal Undisputed Champion, and they also have the World Heavyweight Champion. So the way that I have this is that one of the champions, one of the world champions that there is right now, even though I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record to some of y'all, but it is stupid that there's more than one world champion. It just is. There's only one world champion in sports. Why is there more than one world champion in wrestling? I know wrestling is wrestling, blah blah blah, but it's still stupid. Either way, I have my two world champions for the men's side. First, Gunta. I think Gunta is going to basically either drop the IC title to somebody, maybe a Sheamus at WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to basically be a double champion. He's going to be the world heavyweight champion and he's going to be the intercontinental champion, making himself the world heavyweight intercontinental champion or whatever. And so I think he's going to basically be that with Gunta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him going after the universal title. I just don't see it happening. Um, but the other one, there's going to be a story finishing, and it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I think everything is setting up for Cody Rhodes to basically win the Universal title at WrestleMania. And I'm not against it because I think that even though I've said this at least annually, I feel like the bloodline shit is kind of coming to a slow end,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. It's lasted a lot longer than a lot of things have, and it's been absolutely great from start to finish. And for it to be great start to finish for the last 3 years is almost unprecedented. Like for something to be this good and this relevant, like it's not, you don't have it like this much. But I think Cody Rhodes is going to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I think it's going to happen. Uh, I think everything is setting up for it. Barring injury, because things do happen, and
Mm-hmm.
that's that. Either way, I think that's what's going to happen. I also think I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now, and this is more of a hope than a prediction.
Okay.
Big E shows up tomorrow on day one Raw. I think it's been too long. I think I Big E come home. Etwan, it tour.
It has been a
Come
while.
home.
It has been a while.
Like I think he's gonna show up tomorrow. I don't know if he wrestles, but I think he's gonna show up tomorrow because I think he'd be perfect on commentary. I think the part of why he hasn't been there is because I think it's more because of him and him trying to get over like what has happened to him and where he is in life. And I don't mind that, or I don't mind it. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
But like I understand that greatly because I wouldn't want to be out there and doing everything. But I think him on commentary would be perfect. I think whether it's NXT, which he was a former NXT champion,
Yes, he was.
or like something, and I think Booker T. I haven't watched. I'm still catching up on NXT, and I'm like a year behind, literally. But I think even though Booker T is out there, if Big E was to basically do NXT or any kind of commentary, I think he'd be absolutely perfect for it. Perfect personality. He'd basically bring people in to watch the product, I think, bar none. But I ain't gonna do the work for y'all, WWE. Y'all know what the fuck y'all dealing with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
either way, those are my two world champions on the men's side. On the women's, I think when you guys looked back when the Thunderdome was around, the finals of the Royal Rumble that year with Rhea and Bianca. I think that's what you're gonna basically see at the end of this year, at the end of 2024, as the two world champions, as the women undisputed women's champion and whatever they call them, the world women's champion. That's what you guys are going to see. One is going to be that champion, Bianca Belair. She is the best in WWE right now. Period. Rhea, also one of the best in WWE. I think both of those women are going to be the top dogs within the company that's going to set up for a 2025 winner takes all WrestleMania match. But that's me hopeful, and that's me really. It's between that for Bianca or her basically going against Charlotte, and Charlotte gets back healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the hope for me, and what I'm seeing as far as that goes. But what you think about, bro?
So look, I threw that regular heavyweight championship to the side because I always feel like that's the secondary prize to the undisputed title. I'm making undisputed predictions, and I want Rob to back me up because he sees the notes. He sees the notes. I already called Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I got him at WrestleMania. This is gonna be your champion. Like Rob said, storybook ending. Okay. This is his time to write it all out. Him winning is gonna be some awesome finish with him either kind of sort of like the Shinsuke Nakamura type thing where he got misted and then he hit him with the crossroads. Something like that, but not quite like that. Don't know who his opponent. Well, his opponent's obviously gonna be Roman Reigns. I don't know. I ain't gonna say he's gonna crossroad him out of a spear or something, but it's gonna be something creative. I feel like he's gonna hit him with the crossroads, and we're gonna write the storybook ending of Dusty's son coming back, capturing gold. What Dustin couldn't do, Cody has now done. American Dream, WWE, all this music and everything else. Okay. I got that going. Rob Caesar even wrote WrestleMania because if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it big. I got Bianca Belair, and I'm gonna explain why I put SummerSlam. Okay, I feel like if you write the storybook ending for him for WrestleMania, you can't have her win. Well, I want to say SummerSlam before WrestleMania.
It's after, or I mean, not in a year. So like WrestleMania is usually April, SummerSlam is August.
Yeah, August. Yeah, there we go. My bad. I feel like she's not gonna win it at WrestleMania. I feel like she's gonna win it in the latter part of the year. Okay, and I feel like it's gonna be because Charlotte is due to come back, right? So this is how I feel like this is gonna play up. We're gonna see some sort of match involving Charlotte losing, not getting the title at WrestleMania, possibly, if she comes back early enough for the build-up. And then Bianca, so she's not, I'm gonna say, in the same limelight with Cody that night for WrestleMania. Her getting her own moment at like a SummerSlam. I feel like that's how they're gonna try to write it. Maybe they do a big quote unquote Night of Champions WrestleMania type thing, and belts change hands a lot that night. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe she gets it early this year in April. But something in my heart keeps telling me she's gonna get this at SummerSlam. It's gonna be late this year. They're gonna let Charlotte come back into play some way, shape, or form. And there's gonna be a hodgepodge of crap that goes on between now and August, and then she wins it in August. It feels like some shit WWE is gonna do, because you know that they're known for the in the words of Rummy, the unknown. And we got known unknowns. And I feel like we know Charlotte is coming. We just don't know what they're going to do with her. And then there's the unknown. What might they do with her, and how might it involve Bianca?
Right.
but I think that she's going to be the champion come by SummerSlam. That's my prediction on that. Now,
I think it's good.
you feel it?
Yeah.
Look, I've been contemplating this one. I was watching some WWE the other night, and I said, I said, if they let Cody shine at WrestleMania, are we gonna let her shine just as bright, or are we gonna try to give her own spotlight? And I feel like they might try to give her own spotlight at a SummerSlam, and then if he wrestles at like a SummerSlam, he's gonna be retaining his title. You know, he's gonna have a good match. You know, he's a damn good wrestler. Damn good
Yeah.
wrestler.
I see basically she'll have her moment, but I think one of the things that I could see happening is because I think this bloodline shit is gonna end
It
soon.
has to.
And
It has to.
like I said, I don't think it has to, but I will say like I think they're going to end it because I think they're gonna do is they're gonna have like I think they're gonna do it either two ways. They're going to have it where night one it's Roman Reigns versus say Jey Uso,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be for the bloodline. But then
Mm-hmm.
night two, basically it's him and Cody for the world title. Or they'll basically have, night one being the universal title match, and then night two basically be for the bloodline. Like have it to where Roman Reigns does both nights
Yeah.
versus one night or the other, or he does night two a WrestleMania, but then SummerSlam be for like the bloodline or whatever.
That's
Like
also a
it's gonna be,
possibility.
I think it's gonna be something like that because I think they wanted to do because I remember when they've always talked about they had the tribal combat match last time, but I could see them doing it again, and this time Jay and him basically doing it or something like that. Like Jay coming back or Solo basically being the dude that basically does the tribal combat
Yep.
and winner takes all or some shit
Because
like
this
that.
could be a chance to propel him more
Yep.
until that like it
Yep.
could happen. I could see a night one, night two. I could see him first night, or if they do him on night two for the championship, you
Mm,
could say, he could always play the line of my body was beaten and worn,
mm,
and that's how Cody stole my championship from me. The
yep.
tribal chief had gave his all, and I couldn't
Yep.
make it happen because I had to fight out of my own bloodline. And you could do something like that. See, we always
Yep.
thinking, you steal my goddamn
Always
idea, WWE, I'm suing. I want my money.
like you heard it here first. Like come back to look, y'all see that? Y'all pointed out like the Leonardo DiCaprio thing. There's
Yep.
and then you know what? Come back to this clip, play it to them, send it to them. We'll send it to them too. All right, because I'll probably be watching, so I'll be like,
I'm
look, I
telling
see
you.
my shit, I see my idea, I see Nate's idea. Let's go.
I'm telling you. We could be in, y'all could hire us measly $200,000 a year. Y'all got that for me and Rob.
Measly,
Y'all got that for me and
measly.
Rob. We could
I
come
got so
right.
many ideas, so many
So
promos,
many. So many. Even you,
so
Tony
many.
Khan. We see you, baby. And speaking of Tony Khan, AEW. Who you got, Rob? Men's and women champions.
So I would say for the men's, I got Swerve, right, Swerve. Yeah. I got Swerve Strickland. I think he's gonna basically be the world champ. I think that his time is coming. Even though, congrats to Samoa Joe, big boys. Like basically, yeah, he's the AEW champ right now. Um, and we found out who the devil was yesterday. I ain't gonna put out no spoilers for that in case y'all didn't watch it or not on the internet. But yeah, like it's basically yeah, I think Swerve is eventually gonna be that champ. And I think because like everything is kind of pointing to him. He's had a great end of 2023. Even though I didn't watch the match, him and Dustin Rhodes match yesterday, but I think eventually he's gonna be the world champ. Like I think if they're smart, they're gonna pull the trigger to give him the title. And then for women's, I love this lady. Like she is effervescent, one of the best baby faces in wrestling right now. Willow Nightingale. I think that she's gonna be the AEW Women's Champion if they're smart. she's gonna have to hold some gold sooner or later, whether that's the TBS title, the world, because it's only really the AEW and the women and women's world champion.
Yeah,
I ain't that. I ain't big on like that. Oh well, the TBS title and the TNT title, they are very are important in their right minds. No, 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 no,
no, they're not.
they are not. It's the world title. That's the one. We're not talking about the division champ, the conference champ. We're talking about the world champ. If we
The
want to basically make it a whole sports related thing or whatever Tony Khan said, like make it for real. Like we don't talk about conference titles for real. We don't talk about division titles for real. We don't talk. We barely basically help. Really looking at in season titles. We talking about world titles, and I think that Swerve and Willow are gonna be the world champs within AEW.
so I'm gonna start women's. I'm gonna tell you now. I feel like it's gonna be Jamie Hayter. Okay,
Mm,
I feel
that's a good
like
one.
that's where they're gonna go. I wanted to go Nightingale with you. But I feel like AEW is prone to mistakes. They just got here. They're gonna make a lot of mistakes. This is gonna be one of them. Okay. Now that's just how I feel. But I agree with Rob that Nightingale is who y'all really should put the belt on. Trust us, we'll never steer y'all wrong. Okay.
Never.
Now, I wanted to go Swerve with you, but I'm gonna
Mm,
explain why I picked Wardlow.
okay.
I feel like they're gonna use Wardlow to feed to Swerve.
Mm,
Okay? I feel like Wardlow is gonna have a time with this belt. And then they're gonna give this belt to Swerve if they're smart. If they're smart.
mm,
Okay? But I feel like they're gonna give Wardlow a run. He's gonna have a run. And then I feel like they're gonna go into a transition where, let's just throw this out there. Ain't too many black champions in wrestling, okay? But
mm.
AEW, if you're smart, you would go Swerve first and let him have a run with this belt. Extremely, extremely charismatic, extremely talented. Okay? Extreme. Look at me. Extremely. If you're smart, you'll go Swerve. But I feel for some reason they're gonna do the unexpected and go with somebody like Wardlow, okay? And try to give him a push before they give it to Swerve. Okay? Now, that's just me. They could give Wardlow it, because I feel like Samoa Joe is a transition guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He's a transition guy. And I feel like right now, if he I feel like they're gonna make a huge mistake. Quote me on this. They're gonna transition. Joe might have the belt for, let's say, the next double or nut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if he loses it, if it doesn't go to Swerve, it's gonna go to Wardlow, which is where I think it's gonna end up. And then I feel like they're gonna try to let Wardlow ride out the year with the belt, see how he does as champion, and then if he can't cut it, it's gonna be I'm gonna use and coin this phrase, the reverse HBK Bret Hart effect. Okay, let me explain this. They used Bret Hart because he was reliable, and Shawn
Mm-hmm.
wasn't reliable. But
Mm-hmm.
but Swerve is not only reliable, but he's extremely talented. And I feel like you jackasses are gonna take a chance on Wardlow for a while. Not saying he's a bad wrestler, but I don't feel like he's the caliber of the person that you need to put with Swerve.
Correct.
Okay, so I feel like y'all are gonna mess this up with him first, and then y'all are gonna try to correct y'all mistake and put the belt
Mm-hmm.
on the proper guy going into the end of this upcoming year. And then hopefully, Tony Khan look me in my damn eyes. You do what you need to do and let him have a mega run and show how successful and show how bad WWE messed up with this guy. And I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna just randomly throw this in here because we talking wrestling. If you really wanted to show off and go get a talent, remember, you got a guy that's sitting out there that they couldn't prove any allegations against, and he's sitting there ready to wrestle. Okay? Velveteen Dream, bro.
No.
You don't think so? You don't think they could do it?
Mm-mm.
You don't think they could do it?
Well, you know what? I will say this. I will say this. If there's any company that would do it, with
Yeah, it's
all the
gonna
news
be
that they
them.
have right now, if there's anybody that they would do it, it's probably them. But I think with what he was alleged of, now granted, Austin Theory was alleged of the same thing at roughly
Yep.
the same time,
Yep. Yep.
and they've only kind of kept with him. But Velveteen, they did not. And I think because I mean, yeah, like granted, but
If you're gonna take a chance, Rob, because we all know that allegation with that other word is a deadly combination, and they've kind of swept it up under the rug for Austin Theory right now. And if we're gonna take a chance on a guy who's extremely talented right now, and you want to bring in high level, because I'm gonna be honest, as much as I love guys like Miro and old Cesaro, I'm trying to think of his right name now.
Castillo,
Because
Claudio
yeah,
Castillo,
Claudio Castillo. But eventually you're gonna need kind of that new breed of talent to come in there at some point. And if I'm gonna take a gamble on another guy, it might be him. It might be him. Now, with that being said, it would be that would be my far off shot. But I don't know what gimmick you could do with him because you can't do Velveteen.
I mean, they would probably do like all the shit that they would have done. Because I mean, you can call him whatever you want to call him, and he
Yeah,
can do whatever. I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's. But then again, like what they've been doing with the guys, like a lot, Darby Allin, Jay Lethal,
yeah.
Chris Jericho,
Mm-hmm.
like they basically seemingly are gonna sweep shit under the rug and kind of just
Mm-hmm.
go with whatever they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go with. I would not, but I also wouldn't with them either, with those other cats either.
There you
And
go.
so, I, if we're talking about precedent of what they're doing, it seems like they're going to go that they would go that route. I just won't say I wouldn't. I just got to put my name on and say I
Look, look,
wouldn't.
look. I wouldn't either. But if you're Tony Khan and you're gonna gamble, that might be you one to really gamble on. Still young, a lot of years left in him, extremely talented, barring no injury. He could have a hell of a run. We might be able to kind of pile on a bunch of accolades, and you know how they do, Rob. They cover crap up, and then we don't talk about it anymore. You know, like they say, championships and glory covers all of the other crap that I've done. That's what I feel like they would try to do with him. Okay,
Maybe,
it's a
maybe.
possibility. It's a possibility. But we're not gonna ramble on y'all too much longer with that. WNBA. We've come to a consensus. It's gonna be the Aces. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be the Aces. I'm gonna be real with
Asia
y'all.
Wilson, the
Yeah,
homie. Or I mean, I don't know her like that, but she seems cool as
yeah,
hell.
yeah. She does seem cool. WNBA. I'm gonna be honest with you. This next set of women that hit are gonna help make or break your league, in my opinion. Well, I'm not gonna say make or break. It's gonna have the chance to strap the rocket boosters to your league. and help it propel itself a little bit more. But whenever we talking straight championships, it's gonna be the Las Vegas Aces, bro. Who else? Like just who? In my
I
mind,
mean,
it's people who may be. We gonna kind of be there. No. Look, Brittany Griner ain't been Brittany Griner since she came back from Russia. Aja Wilson is the new face until I feel like you get you get your LSU superstar, and then you get Caitlin, and then and you had a next generation of women that come in there to help change the game a little bit more. I feel like that's gonna be your next real crop of WNBA women superstars. Like we said, WNBA, let the personality show. Trust Rob and Nate. We'll get you some money, all right? 100,000 a year. We'll come help run this thing, get this thing on track.
we're a sliding scale.
Sliding scale. We got this. We got this. Easy. Look, WWE. Y'all can have us. Look, y'all can have us at night. We'll work WNBA during the day. We got this.
The bidding war of 2024 comes to Bramigos.
Easy money. We got y'all. All right. Now, football. College football. Okay, Rob. You tell me why you picked Michigan, and I'm gonna tell you why I picked Michigan. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I've said like I think Michigan's the number one. I think they're the best team in the country left within this playoff,
Very true.
and I think they're solid as shit. And just to let you guys know, I actually because when I first made this sheet, I think it was like right before the selection show, and
Yeah.
so I had UGA up there because I thought UGA was gonna make it, and then they didn't, and so basically I had to amend my pick. But Michigan, I think is the best team in college football. I think they're gonna beat Bama, and I think they're gonna beat Washington, who I think is gonna beat Texas. And so, yeah, I think that they got it right now. Granted, they got the scandal and they got everything going with that, but like I think they really are the best team in college football. And now that I basically have said that, absolutely put your money on Bama. I just basically jinx them niggas. So like
He
that's what
possibly
it is.
just did.
But I honestly do think that they're the best team, and I think they're gonna win it all.
All right. I agree with every reason Rob just said. But I'm gonna also say this. There's an old phrase my well, bunch of people, grandmamas and daddies, I've heard them say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. All right. So what better way for the cheater to show how successful they are than win the whole shebang? Okay? Just win the whole shebang. Not to mention, after the dramatic performance that we saw after they won, while their head coach, we did it for our head coach out there, and he was this, that, and the other. And it's like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Like, yes. And it's no way that you are going to allow this. Hold up 1 second, Rob. Let me pause it. As I was saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. They're going to win this shebang. Just watch. Yep. Just watch. Just watch it happen. Plus, like Rob said, Michigan is the best team, and he maybe just jinxed y'all, and Alabama might win this. Damn you, Bama. That's a preemptive damn you.
Another fucking thing for Visky to basically be happy about.
Yes. Can't give him too many dubs this year. Can't give him too many dubs.
Tired of the nigga.
Can't give him too many dubs. Okay.
And
I know. Dude, we despise Bama around him.
Bama bad.
Very bad. Now, NCAA basketball. I see you picking Gonzaga. Why are we picking Gonzaga?
Because I know more people on Gonzaga than I know anywhere else, and I can name them right now because I see you guys were thinking, hey, he doesn't know anybody in the men's game. He didn't know anybody in the NHL. Screw you. I know absolutely some players from Gonzaga. So You got Joe Few, man a few names, letters in his name. Nolan Hickman, like he's gonna ball out probably. Anton Watson, yeah, yep. Like I mean, you got Joaquin Aruz Moore. You got Jun Suk Yu. Like you got some players that's on this team that I think they're going to basically go into the Final Four, and actually win it all. And I think that it's their time. They're number 13 in the country right now. They are sporting a record. So yeah, second in the WCC. Still, that conference still exists. Like I'm just saying, like this team is a team of destiny, and they absolutely are gonna take it all and win it for Seattle or Spokane, I think. Whatever. Yeah, y'all know where Gonzaga is. Y'all know exactly where they at. And that's on the men's side. For on the women's side, I think, and I'm going out. I'm going to make the courageous pick. Um, let's go ahead and say go Tigers and go with LSU. Angel Reese, Haley, like they gonna basically take the title. I think that they got it this year. Back-to-back champs, back-to-back rings. I think that's what we basically gonna be going with as far as the women's side. So yeah, y'all saying, yeah, Rob don't know women's basketball. Rob don't know men's college basketball. I am gonna tell you, number 7 in the nation right now. Like this, this team, LSU women's, is a team of destiny. Even though I don't fuck with Moki, but like still, like they gonna basically win the title again this year. Go Tigers, go Bayou Bengals. Let's fucking go.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely rock with him for the women's pick. I gotta rock Angel Reese and the girls. Bayou Bengals, we getting him. I'm picking the Jayhawks though, men's side.
Mm.
I'm gonna explain why. I dabbles in my college basketball because I love some NBA. So look, I feel like the Jayhawks have a solid team. You got a 7'2" center. Okay. Not something that you see too much. That's Hunter Dickinson. You got Juwan Harris Jr., Justin Cross, Chris Carter, Frumpy McDowell. You got a team that's enough experience in freshmen that's coming in that I feel like it's either going to be them or Purdue. Okay? Going to be one or the other. Now, with that being said, I probably just messed up my own March Madness bracket. Hell with it. So, it's either going to be them or Purdue. A lot of people are picking Purdue. Some people are picking Kansas. I'm going with Kansas. That's who I see coming out with this. Even though I know it's going to be a lot of y'all who, if you watch this, you're going to say, hey, what about Purdue? What about him? Nah, son. Kansas. I feel like they're going to have enough experience, enough freshmen. You got a red shirt and Charlie McCarthy. Yeah, Charlie McCarthy. Who's a red shirt sophomore, I want to say he's going to be. So you got enough there. I feel like they're gonna pull this thing out. Okay. That's who I got. Okay. Now, NASCAR. Me and him both picked Bubba Wallace. I know my reasoning. What is your reasoning, Rob?
We root for everyone black here at Bramigos podcast.
Bro.
So Bubba, Black Bubba, we gonna basically rock with you, my man. Like, nah, man, you my dude. Like, like, granted, he's a talented driver.
Yes.
Like, basically, he's been doing this thing for a while. Nah, man, we like I said, we root for at least some people black. Yeah. Like some of y'all. But nah, man, Bubba's the homie. So even though like with AJ, I don't know him, but seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, nah. We both in simpatico on Bubba. Go Bubba.
Yeah. Bubba, I feel like he's bagging, he got Michael bagging him. I feel like they're gonna put a lot into that car this year. I feel like Mike wants to be a winner. Mike then gave him that talk, hey, we ain't no bitches around here. We win shit. I feel like he's going through his Detroit Pistons getting the cocaine out of the race
Mm.
world, even though they ain't got no cocaine in it. And I feel like it's gonna be his time to shine, and I feel like he's gonna win. He's gonna win him a NASCAR championship this year. I feel like
Yep.
it's time for him to break through. It's time for him to make his move. He's gonna be that guy for NASCAR. And plus, to me, in NASCAR, I don't think we've had a face as big as him since probably I'm gonna say Jeff Gordon, because
Mm.
Jeff Gordon was a very big face. Not I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say Gordon is the most recent one. I'm not gonna say Dale Earnhardt Jr. wasn't a big face, but I don't feel like he was the how I can say
Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a time, but it was like more closer to like after he was racing, not
yeah,
like when he was really getting into it. Like
yeah,
once he got out of the car,
yeah,
like he basically seemed like you saw him more. But like while still driving, nah, Jeff Gordon kind of do because like Jimmy Johnson, like he was like winning championships after
yep,
championships,
yep.
and you never saw him
Never,
basically anywhere.
never, never.
But like nah, like Jeff Gordon, like in the time was kind of like you knew the name, you knew the 24 DuPont car, like nah, I think he was more iconic in that time,
Yeah,
you know.
and I think that if Bubba wins one, and then let's say he wins one or two, because of his personality and everything else, I think that, and I hate to say this because it's race. Hey, bro, we black people. It's gonna put him in a position of where, in the end, we're gonna mention him with the Gordons, with the juniors, the Earnhardt seniors, rest in peace. The
Mhm.
Kyle Petty, well, the Richard Petty's shit. We're gonna mention him among the greats if he wins him a couple NASCAR championships. And I
Yep.
think with the backing of 23 Racing, one of the greatest basketball players ever, and I know he out there. If somebody gonna figure out how to get the scientific power behind a car to make this person win, they got a guy with like $3 to $6 billion and a bunch of other crap, two super yachts that's gonna
True that.
say, you know what, we're gonna make it happen. Let's do this, Bubba. And I think that this is gonna be his win. Now,
Look at us
Masters.
talking NASCAR.
Look at it. Y'all didn't even know.
Look at
Y'all,
us.
I bet you
Look at
y'all didn't
us.
even know that I knew stuff like that. I me and Dad used to
I-
watch a lot of races, even a little bit of F1, but that's not here nor there. You didn't even know that I knew all of that. I knew you didn't. You look at me and you're stereotypical. I know what you
exactly.
said about me. I
Exactly.
know what you said.
I'm judging you. I'm judging you.
Judging, but
Judging.
I know a little something. Now, Masters wise, I see you picking Jordan Spades. Go ahead and let me know why you picking Jordan Spades, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't pick Jordan Spades and why I pick who I picked.
All right. So yeah, nah, I'm picking the Jordan that actually is good at golf. And so yeah, no, like
Shots
I think
fired.
he's gonna do it. Like I think that he's got it. I think this is gonna be his year. He's gonna basically have like I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say he's gonna have like this dominating fashion because golf is supposed to be turning, and like with live golf coming in or whatever it's supposed to be like some other new thing. But like as far as the Masters go, I think Jordan Spieth is gonna basically win the Masters championship, and I think that he's gonna have a good weekend at Augusta. I think he's gonna basically make it happen. He's gonna be my pick for that because we could have gone through all the majors for golf, but we like y'all and we really
Don't
want
want to
you to
bore
listen
you.
to all of our YouTube and our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, we just want to basically just go masters with this one. So, but yeah, I got George Spieth. But who you got, man? Because I see it. I'm looking at it. But who you got?
I'm gonna explain. I'm picking Tiger Eldridge Woods. Okay,
Mm,
so I'm gonna explain to you guys why. Know y'all done seen the Ghost Rider. Okay, first Ghost Rider
mm,
movie. Remember whenever he met the old
word.
Ghost Rider and he said, "I got one last ride to do this." I feel like Tiger ain't wearing Nike shoes no more. He done went to this other brand. I forgot AV something like that. Tiger is
Who
about
knows?
to. He's walking better. He's walking better. I feel like Tiger's gonna muster up the old man strength for one last ride, and he's gonna go out with a master in his back pocket. I feel like he has one super high level performance, and he's gonna go out there, pull a Jack Nicholson, win this thing, and then I think he's gonna start to finish prepping his son to turn professional in the next 5, 6, how many ever years his boy got to turn professional. But I think that Tiger got one last major ride. And who would think if he won a master this coming year, Tiger wins a master, decides to go out on top, and then begin to prep his son, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, all of the crap that Tiger's been through, the accident and all of this, and the women, Tiger was out there pimping. I don't give a damn what y'all say with all them goddamn women. He had it rolling, goddamn it. But with that being said, I feel like he has one last ride, and if he wins this master, he's gonna go out on top. He's gonna start prepping his son, and this is gonna be his way of transitioning from him to Charlie, and we might see the next coming to him. I don't know if he's Tiger always says he challenges him and he gives him a run for his money. And with that being said, that little boy got Tiger's genes and he come in there like that 99, 2001 Tiger up in there shooting shots and giving them the old driver and making them crazy putts. Golf is going to be in the next set of hands, and dare I say it, the next set of Woods hands, and it may have a great future ahead of it. Not saying that golf doesn't have a good field of guys right now, but you can't tell me this. Whenever Tiger is in there on Sunday, and we get to see red shirt Tiger, even your average Joe is gonna peep at the Masters, because Tiger goddamn Woods is in the final. He's in the hunt. And whenever red shirt Tiger is in the hunt, it's good for golf. It's good for everybody. It's good for television. And with Liv coming out, the only thing that he can do right now, the two major things he can do, is to go win a Masters and then help propel Liv, and then either hand that to his son, or his son go and transition into the PGA Tour and start to make a killing, and hopefully bring us that next invigoration of golf. Because I'm gonna say this, McIlroy was cool, he wasn't Tiger. You're not going to get too many Tigers or Jack Nicholsons. You're not going to see those people. You're not going to see too many people on that caliber. You're just not. But Tiger can go out with one last hurrah, one more red shirt Tiger, one more march into the 18th hole in the Masters at Augusta to sink a putt, to storybook in his time in the PGA. You can't tell me that not only would it be great for him, his legacy, a great return, and goddamn it, the PGA sales will shoot through the goddamn roof that day there. Television will be off the chart. And I think he got one left in.
Yep.
I'm going to just throw that in there. And we're going to end it with the XFL. We both,
or now the UXF, or not now the UFL.
Yeah, UFL.
Yeah.
Look, y'all.
Which, hold on, let me get the ball right quick. Okay. No, so the biggest fumble you motherfuckers did, USFL and XFL. Why didn't you name this shit the UXFL? It's right there. It's like right there. UFL has already been a failed league. Like, they did that shit. That was like the first spring league that basically they tried out, absolutely fell on his face. You motherfuckers basically want to go United Football League, even though it literally is under a failed name. UXFL. It ties both of y'all names to it. It's UXFL. It's you could have said this, the User Experience Football League. You could have called it any fucking thing. But you want to call it the failed league. You basically setting yourself up for failure by not going with the game that I've been telling y'all that y'all need to go to. That's what I just don't want to listen. Hard head make a soft ass, and that's just what you motherfuckers want to basically be. I don't
Definitely.
know why. I don't understand why, but
I wasn't even gonna
here
talk
we
on
are.
that. I wasn't even gonna speak on y'all calling this after an already failed league. I'm gonna go ahead and say this: picking Battlehawks for the win. Picking Battlehawks for the win. But
Cause why? Call is motherfucking law.
law. And if y'all lose this league because of its name, we will have showed y'all that a failed name can bring back a full circle of life of failure again. Again. Why not just name it the UXFL? Y'all just wanted to bring back that name, huh? That's all y'all
Just
wanted.
it was on a silver platter. Just
That's all
UXFL.
y'all wanted. I can't I can't believe y'all. I just can't believe y'all.
I can't even look at y'all right now.
Those were our predictions for 2024. We had to give y'all that. But we still have some stuff that we have to talk about, okay?
Yep.
Oh, we about to eat y'all with this one. Y'all may some of y'all may like this, some of y'all may not like this. But let's be real. Broncos, if we were playing 2023 event bingo, y'all would have fucked up the card just now. Y'all would have fucked up. We would have been all looking at the card. Where was this Broncos messing this
All
up?
the predictions fucked up.
People would have been in there ready to yell bingo in there and say, Broncos messing this up with Russell Wilson. You had that on your card? You had that on your I didn't have that on mine. How could y'all screw this up? People have made a valid point that free agents are gonna go where the money is. So if y'all offer somebody enough money, they're gonna come over there. But any person who wants the money is gonna go wherever it is, and they just gonna take their money and deal with whatever comes with this.
Right.
But I'm gonna throw this out here, and it's a statistic that people have shown many a times. 26 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson both have these. 14 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has 8 interceptions. Russell Wilson has. Both averaging 6.9 yards. Okay? The difference is this. One guy has a team where he has an elite tight end. We're not even going to talk about his receivers. And then one guy has a group of guys who can't get separation if their life depended upon it right now, okay? And not to mention, run game ain't the best with Javonte Williams. Okay? Let's be frank about this. But you guys decided, because he won't give up his guaranteed money, this is the moment where we're gonna say, you know what? We're not gonna let you have this. We want you to give that up and you can stay. But this is the option. Not to mention, I'm gonna say this, Rob. Russ, I feel like Russ is a better man than what I was. Because ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me in October that you gonna bench me, whether win, lose, or draw, and you're gonna get over on this.
Right.
It is no way. It is no way that this is happening. We've seen lesser quarterbacks stay and mess up
Right.
the rest of the year.
Right.
Denver, are we gonna act like Brock Osweiler didn't happen over there? Are we,
But
Rob? Are they gonna act like that didn't happen in Denver?
at least with Brock Osweiler, you can basically be like, hey, this was the guy that they drafted, in the second round the year before. And let's look at him like he was good in college. And this is something that we can kind of go towards. And Peyton Manning was hurt and also like not playing very good. in that time. Even though they won the Super Bowl, it wasn't because of Peyton Manning, it was because of that
Wasn't
defense. And so with now going from Russell Wilson, who's been having a really good season, or at least a good season, to Jarrett Stidham, who is essentially a journeyman at this point, what are you really going to say to the rest of your team? What are you going to basically be like, hey, this is the best chance for us to win, even though this other guy has basically been playing his ass off this year and actually doing well, like putting up the numbers that you expected him to put up when you basically went out and got him into this big contract that you agreed to under these injury guarantees that you Broncos agreed to. Like, you guys basically agreed to this contract and now you're trying to renege. Like, what the fuck are you guys thinking? And let's talk about this. Your play calling sucks. Flat
sucks.
out sucks.
Sucks.
And like, Jarrett Stidham isn't fixing that shit. He's not. And not really any quarterback is going to fix that shit. You guys, your play calling is shit. And I don't know if it's shit because you guys were so focused on this guy is 5'11 and all this, even though you had Drew Brees under you, Sean Payton, and you excelled with him, but you basically you guys are so hell-bent on basically getting rid of this guy that's actually been playing well. And granted, he gonna get his money, and that's fine and good. But like, y'all hell-bent on basically getting rid of this cat that's actually been playing well while you're in a playoff hunt, while you can possibly win the division, because you want to be fucking cheap. You expensive ass fucking family want to be cheap with the person that you signed to a mega million contract. What the fuck are y'all on right now? Like, honestly, what the fuck y'all on? Like,
Waltons, this could come back to bite y'all in y'all ass in a big way. Okay, Rob, pulled up a list real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and name some of these people since Peyton Manning, okay? Trevor Siemian,
mm-hmm,
Brock Osweiler, Paxton
mm-hmm,
Lynch.
mm-hmm,
Not to mention they had Simeon and Paxton and Brock Osweiler and Paxton Lynch leading up to 2017. Case Keenum.
mm-hmm,
Joe
mm-hmm,
Flacco played 8 games,
mm-hmm,
which he's having a resurgence right now as a Brown. Good shit,
mm-hmm,
Joe. You never know. Drew Lock, Brandon
mm-hmm,
Allen, Drew Lock again in 2020, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Rypien,
mm-hmm,
Philip Lindsay. I know some of y'all might have forgot about Philip Lindsay because he only played one goddamn game. Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock again, okay? And then you get a guy who had a bad first year. Let's be real. Bad
mm-hmm.
first year. Cool, whatever. Then we go to, first of all, let's not even talk about how bad Nathaniel Hackett's offensive scheme was last year. Not even gonna jump on that. But then
Should.
we really should. But then you get a guy who they start off bad. Not his fault. Not his fault. A defense gives up 70 points. 70. 7-0. But yet,
Sydney.
because he's the quarterback, we're gonna blame him because he couldn't score 71. Okay? Then he has a hot streak. Yes, he's been 1-3 in the past few. You beat Kansas City since the last time, if I'm not mistaken, was whenever Peyton Manning was a quarterback. So we looking at, let's say 2015, 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe the last time you beat Kansas City. It might have been longer than that was what might have been the statistic. But
Yep.
you get rid of this guy knowing he signed up. He has went on record saying, I knew that this was going to be a rebuilding thing. I knew that I wanted to be here for the long term. I knew what I was signing up for. I knew that I was going to be here and I felt like I was going to play this out. Mind you, he's been playing decent ball. And I'm always use this. Football, you never know what's going to happen come playoff time. Because those teams that get hot right at the end are always super dangerous. Just ask Tom Brady about his 2 Super Bowl losses. Well, yeah, Ask him about his tour to New York. Ask him about how the Manning brother that looked like he picks boogers out his nose is the one who beat him twice. Okay, not the one with all of the other accolades and stuff like that. That's nor here nor there. But that is who beat him. The New York Giants were a perfect showing of if a team gets hot at the end, it's danger. It's danger coming to playoff. Because we all know this. It happens in every god doggone sport. Those teams who get hot at the end, they are a danger to you because whether they're the 8th seed or they're the 7th seed, if they heat up and they get rhythm going, it could be a long journey for you trying to get past somebody who's on fire. And we don't know what could have happened with Russell Wilson because they were still in contention for the playoffs, but yet you choose to sabotage yourself. Okay?
Yep.
I'm going to say this, Sean Payton. You may have predicted your own future standing there at that podium. Whenever you said, oh, I can't change the offensive line, but if I can't get this done, that there's going to be another guy standing here. You just signed your death warrant with that one. Because if you don't get it done now, and let's say Russell ventures off to Pittsburgh and manages to eke out a ring in the next season or two, and he and the Steelers say, we love Russ because he not only was he a good role model, but him and Mike got us another ring. You know what they're gonna look at you, Sean, and say? We're not gonna forget whenever you were 7-9 in New Orleans. We're not gonna forget that you won a championship off of a Bounty Gate, like whole Bounty Gate suspension and collusion that went on with that. They're not gonna forget that then. And then they're gonna look at you and say, you got rid of a quarterback that was willing to stay and build and had hopes of playing long term, and we gave him away. And if he is even remotely successful driving a team into the playoffs somewhere else, and you're not in the playoffs, you're going to remember whenever you said what you said at the podium and that you signed your death warrant that day and said, I may not be here if I can't get the job done. Because now you're pulling the he wasn't my staff, he wasn't my choice card. Let me get my way and make it work. But don't worry. Even Rob said it earlier. Are you looking for a taller quarterback? Is that what you want? If that's what you want, then have at it. But I'm warning you, if you don't get it done, they're going to kick your butt right on out too. And if Russ is even remotely highly successful pushing the team into the playoffs somewhere else next season, and you're not there, all those fingers that you pointed out at Russ and said all of this other stuff about him, now they're all going to point back at you. And now everybody's not going to want to look at you with such a kind face of, oh, Sean Payton, the coach who won and bought New Orleans the championship. They're not going to look at you like that dude anymore. They're going to look at you of Sean Payton, the guy who alienated a franchise quarterback, pushed him out the door, and then had a losing season and couldn't get it done his way.
Yep.
Remember that. Because you probably predicted your own future. And it wouldn't surprise me if next year you go, I don't know, what we looking at, 17 games? Now they play total 18 games?
18 weeks, 17 games.
18 weeks, 17 games. So, Sean, let's say next season you go 7-10 and miss the playoffs, or 6-11, and Russ is somewhere with a positive record in the playoffs. I'd start looking for my pink slip, homie. Anything to say about that, Rob?
I mean, hit on the head.
You watch yourself, Sean. You may have just screwed your own career. Now, sadly, we have to end our show on somewhat of a somber note, ending 2023. Rest in peace. to the Pop-Tarts mascot. Such a journey, Rob. We gonna miss you. And we don't know how we're gonna not see you anymore. And it's gonna hurt us here. Especially me and Rob here. How could y'all do this to me and Rob? Rob, let them know how could they do this to us.
He was so happy.
So happy.
To the very end.
To the end.
When he went down in that toaster and he was lowered, just like we all will be one day. Lowered down to be that sacrifice for the greater good. Sacrifice to be a symbol for the people that won that bowl game. Earned that victory. Earned that symbol. They got the riches. They got to taste possibly the strawberry filling, maybe wild berry. Who knows what it is? But the Pop-Tart mascot throughout the game, providing a lot of entertainment to the people. Lest we forget, we knew him so short of a time. So short of an existence for this man or woman or whatever it was. We say him, we're just assuming. But the Pop-Tarts mascot provides sustenance in a time of need. Because football burns a lot of calories.
Whole lot.
And so we at Bromigos Podcast salute you, Pop-Tarts. See you on the other side. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side, our feeling field brother. But that's our show wrapping up 2023. Bromigos Podcast, you already know. And we love you guys here. We want you guys to keep running it up for us. Like, share, subscribe, tell your people about us. Rob, anything to tell them, Rob?
Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Happy New Year's to you both. Happy New Year's to you too for listening to us talk about stuff. I just hit my mic. Hopefully that didn't mess up anything. But still, you guys have rocked with us for 2023. This is our first year of doing this. We are still learning. Nate has been fucking killing it with basically putting this shit on TikTok and bringing this goodness out to y'all. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for basically giving your time to us. We have been enjoying the shit out of doing this for y'all. This has been fun for me. I know Nate's been fun for him too. This has been a joy. I really fuck with this, and we have given y'all all y'all predictions. Go ahead, go to your nearest sports book, put them in for how much they cost. We doing that for you. The service that we provide for you is gonna feed your kids and mine. But that's what I just want to say for y'all. Thank you for listening to us. This has been a great year. Hopefully we're doing the same show where we're giving the 2025 predictions for next year. This is dope. Y'all dope. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dope.
Big thank you. And we love doing this, y'all. Like I said before, like, subscribe, and we're out.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bromigos Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.